guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Amina and I'm back with another video. Salam to all my Muslims out there if you're watching. Ramadan Kareem, and I hope that your Ramadan is going amazing. Mine is going so well, alhamdulillah. And I am going to be doing a vlogmadan type of vlog, Ramadan vlog, yeah, whatever. And I have gotten so many new subscribers. Welcome to my channel. We're almost at 1K. I cannot believe it. I'm really hoping that we get to 1K before my anniversary, my 1-year anniversary of having a YouTube channel. So yeah, hopefully we'll get there. Fingers crossed. I know we will. So today is April 1st, and yes, today is April Fool's, but it's also the start of the month of a very important month for PA students, well, pre-PA students. This month is a month of which CASPA opens. CASPA is basically the centralized application system where majority of the PA schools are on for students to apply. So around this time last year was when I applied for PA school, and I had so many mixed emotions. I was so nervous, I was so overwhelmed, and honestly I was just all over the place. Very dysfunctional and just like, you know, just eager to apply but also very nervous as well. And I know that a lot of pre-PA students have subscribed to my channel and are going to be applying either in this cycle or the next upcoming cycle next year. So I wanted to drop a video giving you guys tips of things that you should know before CASPA opens. So number one, make sure you have a list of the finalized schools that you think you're going to be applying to that are going to be on CASPA. And once you have that list of schools, do a checklist and make sure that you have met all the admission requirements for that school. Now, I'm not just talking about academic prerequisites. I'm talking about meeting their minimum shadowing hours, their minimum PCE hours, volunteering hours if they do require that, and any other admission requirements that they do require, such as taking the GRE if the school requires that. Make sure that you have met those requirements. And if the school does give you a pass, for example, like some schools let you still apply while you're taking a prerequisite, make sure you're aware of the necessary steps that you have to take after you get your grade for that class or whatever steps that they have on the website. So make sure you do thorough research on all of the schools that you're applying to and make sure that you have met all of the requirements necessary. So while you're doing this checklist, if there's a school that you're applying to where you have not taken 3 prerequisites and they tell you on their website that you have to have at least taken all of the prerequisites or just have 1 missing prerequisite, is it really worth applying to the school and wasting your money knowing that your application would probably get tossed away after they see that you don't meet the minimum requirements? PA school applications are very expensive, so you just want to be realistic. So if there's any schools in your list that you don't meet the requirements for and you feel like you really just don't have a chance of getting in, just eliminate it. I'm not telling you do not have confidence in yourself. By all means, that is not what I'm telling you. I'm just telling you to be realistic. There's a bunch of schools out there that you more than likely have met the requirements for, so just do more research and find other alternative schools. And do not be afraid to email schools. If you know you're missing something or you have a question about a class that you took and you don't think that it meets the school's requirement, email the school. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. You'll get the answer that you need and you'll be better prepared. So don't be afraid to email the schools. That's what schools have emails for. Secondly, if you have not already, familiarize yourself with the CASPA application system. Now, me personally, a year before I applied, I had already made a CASPA account. This does not affect your application when you're applying in whatever cycle you plan on applying. You can just go on the website and literally just create an account with whatever email you prefer. Literally, it's literally the best thing that you can do. You literally get to see everything that you're going to be filling out the cycle that you end up applying. You can even add a bunch of schools that you plan on applying to. So if you have not already, make a CASPA account and just review the application. Get used to it. If you do want to apply early like I did, I told you guys in my previous video about me getting accepted that I literally applied a week after the application opened. I was able to submit all my applications. But yeah, if you do want to apply early, you do want to get used to the application system. It is a lot to fill out and it is gonna take you a lot of time, so you just want to get used to it. There's a bunch of YouTube videos as well that walks you through the application system that are helpful, so you can also check out that too. Another thing that you should be aware of is that each school usually has like prompt questions that they ask you. So what I did was add all the schools that I was planning on applying to and basically just like look at the prompt questions that they asked for the previous cycle, and I copied those questions down and basically drafted answers for them, and most or some of the questions like repeated again. So I kind of already have my answers already set and ready for each of those schools. Now majority of PA programs do put their applications on the CASPA system. However, a few schools have their own private application on their website, such as for example SUNY Downstate in New York, they have a private application. Seton Hall in New Jersey, they have a private application. They're not on CASPA, so make sure you also do research on that. Know what schools are going to be on CASPA. And just because CASPA opens this year, I believe on April 27th, just because it opens that specific date doesn't mean that the applications for all the schools that are going to be on CASPA will be open that day. I remember there was probably like a few schools that took like a week or two to come up after CASPA opened, and then there was a school that like didn't come on to CASPA until like the summer. So just be aware of that and just be prepared. Like I said, do research, check out physician assistant form. It's basically like a form website where like every cycle for every PA school out there, there's like a chat where people post questions and, you know, just give information. So check out that website too as well. Also, after adding all the schools that I planned on applying to my mock application, I was able to get like an estimate of the cost of how much the applications would cost. I think that when I applied, I spent like $1,000 plus on all the schools that I was applying to, and I did apply to like about, I want to say around 15 to 18 schools. I'm not sure how much exactly, I could check, but whatever. But I did apply to a bunch of schools. Again, I did have a low GPA. If you want to know what my GPA was, watch my other video. And if you guys want like a detailed video on my statistics for my application, let me know and I'll be glad to do that for you guys. Number 3, recommendation letters. If you have not already chosen mentally how many people you want to get recommendations letters from and who are they, some schools have specific people that they want you to get recommendation letters from, such as one being a PA, one being a science professor. When you have your list of people that you want to get recommendation letters from, what I would suggest and what I did myself was, one, ask them for permission first, of course. I reached out to them and I asked them and I got the initial yes. And once I got that yes, and I think I did this a month before the application opened, or 3 weeks before, I believe. After I got that initial yes, what I did was I sent a second email basically reminding them about the application system opening on whatever so date that it opened last year. I basically did that probably like a week and a half before CASPA opened. And then when CASPA does open, you're gonna send your last email telling them, hey, CASPA just opened. You should be receiving an email from CASPA telling you to submit your recommendation letter through the system. You still wanna have backup people, because when I applied, I had gotten yeses, and unfortunately one of the people, which was a professor, they ended up ghosting me. Literally went MIA. I still don't know what happened to this day. I don't know if it was like a family situation, but I hope everything is okay. But I ended up finding a different professor to get a recommendation letter from. But you know, things like that will delay your application, and me wanting to apply early, thankfully I was still able to, but you know, that will have an effect on your timeline of when you want to apply. And now, fourthly, it'll be your personal statement. You want to already have at least your second draft, hopefully, or first draft, whatever, fine, okay, cool. Let's say you just started working on your personal statement now. You want to make sure that you spend a lot of time working on your personal statement. Make this month about your personal statement. I think I honestly started working on my personal statement a month before CASPA opened. When I was doing my personal statement, I followed the PA platform on Instagram, and she gave tips. She has like an outline. I'll try to find it and I'll link it in the description box, basically of 5 different questions that you should include, or basically revolve your essay around, and that's exactly what I did. And after doing that, I got feedback from a PA student that I know, and she helped me so much with revising my personal statement. Other people I would definitely suggest is, of course, one, having a PA look over your personal statement just to get advice, as well as if you are in college still, or if you have access to your college email, or just in general have access to a campus around you. Each school should have a writing department, and writing departments are perfect for editing your essays on grammar and punctuation. So you could also submit your personal statement to get evaluated for that, because you want to make sure that your essay is very much so punctual and sounds good, okay? And you can also get advice from like friends or colleagues, but make sure that the advice that they give you doesn't change your personal statement in a way that it takes away from who you are, because at the end of the day, this is your message and your story to tell. You just want to make sure you are on track with what you're saying and that it makes sense and it flows good, if that makes sense. Your personal statement is a reflection of who you are. It's the first impression that the admission committees are getting from you, so you want to make it stand out. You want to be unique. You want to just hook that reader into giving you an interview, so it's very important. Now, lastly, the last thing that you want to make sure to do before CASPA opens is literally set free time of around that date. More so like after that day, you want to make sure that you have a clear schedule. You don't have too much plans. If you're working, that's fine, but make sure that you have a clear schedule so that you could literally sit down and start your application right away when it opens. It may tend to lag when it first opens just because everybody's on the website and everybody's trying to apply, but over like the next day or two, it'll eventually go back to normal. Just be prepared because the website can crash. One thing that definitely takes time is the transcript entry system, where you literally have to enter every single grade of every single class that you took, starting from freshman to your graduate level, whatever classes that you took in college, period. It doesn't matter if it's at different schools. For every single school, you literally have to enter each single grade. I had ordered my official transcripts and I had got them mailed to me so that I knew what my grades were. You can look online at your unofficial ones, but I think that you're supposed to use your official transcript if I'm not mistaken. So I would suggest that you order all your official transcripts of every school that you went to. You're gonna have to do it again too, and you do have to pay, but you do have to get your official transcript delivered to CASPA, and that will be your official transcript. So when you do enter your grades, they have something to verify your application with, because when you do submit your application, it's gonna have to go through a process of getting verified before it gets sent to the school. So if you mess up when you enter a grade, they'll catch it and your application won't get sent until you fix it. On CASPA, it does allow you to pay people to enter your transcript grades for you, but it's like $80, I think. And honestly, wouldn't you want to save more money than paying? You could literally use that $80 for whatever school you're applying to. I also forgot to mention, even though a lot of the schools on CASPA have an application fee, some schools have supplemental application, which are basically applications that get emailed to you or are on their website, or supplemental fees in general. So you also have to do research on that. Make sure you're checking the school to see if there's any supplemental fees that you have to submit to the school or supplemental applications that you have to fill out, because that is also an additional cost to whatever you're going to be paying in general. Okay, you guys, so that wraps up today's video. I hope that this video was very helpful to any of my pre-PA babes, or just in general any of my medicine babes out there. If you are applying this cycle, I wish you all the best. Do not be scared. Have confidence in yourself. Have faith in yourself. Make sure that you take your time and always just believe in yourself. You got this. Good luck, and I wish you guys all the best. And I'm here if you have any more additional questions, just comment them down below, or feel free to message me on Instagram at Amina Bands. My social medias will be linked in the description box if you have any additional other questions. I really hope that you guys get in. I'm praying for you guys, and I hope that the application doesn't give you guys too much of a hard time. But Like this video if you have not already. Make sure you comment, share, subscribe per usual. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one.